All right, welcome back to another video in the video series for college algebra. In today's video, we're going to be covering how to do operations with of functions, right? So this is like f plus g of x, f minus g of x, f times f g of x, f divided by g of x. And so they're going to give you a function for f, and they're going to give you a function of g. And so you just follow your operational rules for this, right? So I have f of x equals 2x plus 3 and g of x equals 9x minus 5, right? And I'm asked find f plus g of x. Well, all you really have to do is you take 2x plus 3, right? And you add to that 9x minus 5. Okay, and then you just combine like terms. When you do this, you're going to get a new function, right? So 2x plus 9x is 11x, and then 3 plus negative 5 is negative 2, and that would be your answer, okay? Now, f minus g of x, okay, so order is important here. So if we take f, so we say 2x plus 3 minus, and now I'm going to put the second function in parentheses, and you'll see why here in a second. So 9x minus 5, okay? Now the reason I did this is because this minus sign, I always have to remind my students, you always have to distribute this negative to both, okay? It's not just 2x plus 3 minus 9 plus, minus 5. If you do that, you're going to get the wrong answer. So it's 2x minus 9x, which 2x minus 9, or 2 minus 9 is negative 7x. And then you have 3 minus a negative 5. 3 minus a negative 5 would be 3 plus 5, so that's plus 8. Okay, and that's your correct answer. Now, f times g, so what does that look like? Well, 2x plus 3 times 9x minus 5. Well, when you have this, you have to FOIL. So remember, FOIL is an acronym for first, outer, inner, last. It's how you multiply two binomials together. So you multiply this, so 9 times 2 is 18x squared, and then 2x times negative 5 would be minus 10x, and then 3 times 9 is plus 27x, and then 3 times negative 5 is minus 15. Okay, so, and now we combine like terms. We can combine these two. So you have 18x squared plus 17x minus 15, and that's your answer. Okay, now f divided by g, you may be like, oh my gosh, what kind of craziness do we have to do here? Well, what's f? So you put f 2x plus 3, and you need to put it over 9x minus 5, okay? And you look to see if you can kind of pull anything that's common, in either top or bottom, to try to simplify, but there is nothing right now. They will kind of add in like a comma, and then they'll say, okay, x cannot equal, right? So what they're saying is, what they're finding, what this second part of it is, they're finding the domain. So they're basically listing values that you can't use. Well, all they do to find this part is they take the bottom. So if you take the bottom and you say 9x minus 5, and they set it equal to 0. As long as this bottom's not equal to 0, you're good, right? So they solve this for 0. So you get 9x equals 5. If you divide by 9, so you get x equals 5/9. So as long as x doesn't equal 5/9, right, you're okay. So that's what that second part, they always kind of like to tack that on at the end. But that's how you do operations. It's really, really simple. I know the functions can get kind of crazy sometimes, so they might get long. They might be x squared or x cubes. I chose nice little functions for this, so it's relatively pretty easy. But If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below or in the email in the description, and I'd be glad to help. Thanks.